everyone. It is Dana Sacco, your automation and systems specialist on this beautiful cold Thursday morning down here in Myrtle Beach. I am so excited to be talking today. This is something, all right, let me tell you how I've been using Google Tasks on my phone, which I'll show you in just a little bit, just for basic stuff, just throwing things out there. I got to do something. There's a repetitive task. Remind me to take my dang medication every day, all of these type of things. And, even please run payroll because I'd like to get paid and I don't have it set up on automated. That's my own personal thing. But so I have these tasks done and I was like, last week I sat there and it was the new year. I had been off for 2 weeks, pretty much. And I was lost. I mean, I'm looking at everything that we had, and I was really, really lost with this stuff. You know what I mean? I just didn't know what was going on. I wasn't sure. I'm looking at all these tasks, and I was getting overwhelmed. So my thing was, okay, how can I make Google Tasks or anything work for me that I'm seeing Dana needs to do this task list? When you have a lot of pieces and components, I was getting overwhelmed with who was doing what was going on, and when everything was due, right? So what I did was I started searching. This is what I do. I love to look for these things. And believe me, I ended up, I really feel sorry a little bit for Lorianne because she was probably going to kill me at the end of the day, but she totally also understood. Because I was like, I'm so overwhelmed because I feel so lost. So I looked at all the different other, as you know, I use ClickUp. I started looking at other project management systems and I'm like, should we go back to Asana? Would this actually be the best option for me and the company so that I just see a checklist? And I was like, you know what? That would be a total major overhaul. I mean, all my SOPs are in ClickUp. Everything is in ClickUp. This would not be a little job, and none of us wanted to take that on, right? So then I came up with, well, I like my Google Task List, right? So how can I make my Google Task List and my phone, which I absolutely live with, work for me a little bit better? So I figured out, guess what, guys? I can zap everything to it. I'm not kidding. If anything is assigned to me, it gets zapped right over to my Google Task List. Now, you guys don't want to see me, so what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen. So, by the way, this was a lot of fun because I was trying to figure out how to get this screen on that you guys could see it. All right. So this is my phone. Say hello to it. There's nothing that fancy about it. I like my affirmations here. This is I am, by the way. It's a really cool one. I really like it. I get to make different things and throw them up there. It's cold in Myrtle Beach. Right now, I don't appreciate that one as much as I possibly could. Guys, you see my Keep, you see my Honeybook, Truist Banking. I've got Safari on the front page, and a phrase just went through my head, and do not laugh. It's like, the whole, okay, the toddler's here, guys. JJ's here. Everyone say hi to JJ. But yeah, so I've got the serious thing in the front. I've got the party with Chrome, everything in the back. All right. So you guys got that? Yeah, I love the I Am app. It's the only thing I had to stop it doing was to stop going on and notifying me every 5 seconds because really that was really getting to me. Blank is actually a digital business card. People can scan my QR code and apparently sends them all the information. If I ever talk to a live person, there it is. There's my calendar. Again, that's a Google Calendar, guys. You guys, this is an iPhone. I do not use 95% of the iPhone apps. I'm sorry, Apple. but everything is tied together because over here on the other side of me is my Windows computer. And even though I'm running everything else on my Mac, I still have my Windows laptop as a business laptop. So, all right, let's go. Oh, if you didn't see that, hold on. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, well, it will probably go back to that at a certain time. So anyway, I started zapping everything over to my Google tasks. So here we are, guys. I take medicine today, Saturday. I've got another medicine. Look, I've got a Verizon bill that I pay on the 22nd. Pay business bills. If you guys do profit first, it comes right. So you guys see all of these things that are just basic things. These are just things that I just randomly put in here by just going blank and putting it in, right? All right. But that's not necessary. I don't want all of the business tasks to be on this front page. Here are my personal business tasks. If you are in the 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp, here are all my posts. Now there are some, okay, it says past. It's because I was playing and I did not assign the dates. So I've got Lorianne. She's got a fake meeting with me tomorrow. It assigned it to me. Current client call, makeup day. Here's more of my posts. Guys, and this is what I did. It links directly to my ClickUp.
I want to show him this.
Guys, he wants to show you his hat, so I'm going to let him show you his hat as you guys like going on. Everyone say hi, and he wants to show you the hat. There, 1 hour heating and air conditioning, just got 2 seconds of free advertising. So, guys, it's got the link inside of there so that all I have to do is click and I know where I'm going. None of these things actually technically make sense to me. All right. It just doesn't. There we go. I've got, hey, Shannon, we're doing your Sweet Dash, right? And so it's got all of this stuff over here and we are in the process of onboarding. So it tells me where I am. It tells me that everything is set up. I can go right back to the tasks. So I have it set up where anything that is a business task gets sent over into business tasks, right? Then I have another list over here called client work. This is the stuff Dana is supposed to be Oops, hit the right button. This is all the stuff that I'm working on right now. This is all the stuff that I have due within the next few days. Jill, hey girl. So it makes it super duper easy. Again, with the client work, like I'll go with Dawn's. And Stephanie, you were with me on this one yesterday. So I go over here and I've got something, and it says it's waiting on the client, but I've got a due date on it. So it shows up in my task list that, Danny, you need to do this. So instead of having to go through ClickUp, which, guys, just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so I have all of these different sections here in my ClickUp, and this is their app. And then, so I've got, if I was actually to look at all of my tasks, let me see if it actually will show every single thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's just that one. Let's see if I go to everything. We'll just go to everything. It just, there's a lot of filter, status. We'll do assignee. So it's got all of these things here, guys. You can kind of see just with all of this, it's got a ton. Teddy and I both 72 in there. I've got 57. I have over 200 tasks listed in here in ClickUp for myself. Can you see how that would be totally overwhelming for you? I mean, for me, it's like I freak out, right? So if I'm sitting here and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I've got tomorrow the fake business meeting I have going on with Lorianne. That's because we just added her to my Calendly account. So she's checking it out. And I think that that's just whatever. I've got a call on Monday, but here are the posts that I need to be doing. You know, the direct moneymaker posts. I did not assign dates to these in my ClickUp though. They are assigned and I need to go ahead and reorder these. But, you know, because this is me testing everything out. So instead of having to go through everything, I know what post I'm supposed to be working on. And you guys understand that completely. Even though this was technically a Tuesday post that I'm doing right at this exact second in time, I mixed it up. But it's got everything that I'm doing. It's got everything that I specifically need to look at with the link directly to, oops. It's got the link directly there. Now, I do not have it set up right now to go the opposite way. And I'm looking to see, one of the things that I am looking at is, if you guys have heard, besides Zapier, there's Integromat. And Integromat is a little bit more intensive. It's a little bit more picky and allows a few more things in there that can be kind of exciting. And so what I'm looking at is to be able to do it. So instead of having this, there's the 3-day workshop. That's my goal for the month. And Kick Peach. You all know what that means. But instead of having to look at 150 plus tasks that I need to do, I can look at a short list of what I need. My important stuff, you know, these are my tasks. This is the stuff that I do. They also get thrown up into my Google Calendar. So that's helpful too, because if I'm not looking at this, and you know, I can see it right here. I see it right there. Boom. It's on my phone. I know that it's there. I have found personally that it does not throw me off. Like some things I'll see constantly, if you think about it, you know, and now all of a sudden it's invisible. I have found that having it in Google Tasks does not do that. Now, here's another thing, as I love these things. So this is my business account, right? Guys, I'm going to switch it down here. So here's my tasks here. It shows me that the group buy is ready. I actually don't know when that one was. I don't know what it is. This is actually a Google task. It's actually called Google Tasks. Jill, it's an app that is specific with Google, and it integrates, of course, with Calendar. Google Calendar, if you want it to show up there. I zap my stuff with Zapier to send it from my ClickUp into Google Tasks. But you can actually, there is no reason why you cannot just use Google Tasks if that works for you. For example, one of the things, and I'll be very specific to you, Jill, because we have, Jill is awesome, by the way, with teaching people and helping people write books. She's an author that my daughter absolutely ate the book. I swear that she did, and she wants more. But she did an awesome outline for me to get the book that I am writing in order, right? So I can have everything, I divided a list up into what chapters they are, and I can jump to each specific section on it. So you can do those type of things. You can make the list, you guys. You know, here's a default list here. These are from 6 years ago because I do not use my personal account besides almost pretty much for junk mail now. You can tell because I'm calling Scott to shear a sheep. You know, I haven't shorn a sheep in a long time, and I really don't want to do that again. I mean, that's 10 years ago I was shearing sheep. I don't want to do that again. I was not very good at that. 8 years ago, guys, we had dinner. We had roast beef sandwiches. So you can kind of see you can use this for almost anything. I think that I had more. No, this one. So on this the way that I tell people to start setting it up, and again, this is new for me. So this is not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is the way that you need to do it. No, I got tired of, I got way overwhelmed with what was going on. So go into Google Tasks. All right. As you can see, I added it as a widget on my phone. Do not ask me about Androids because I do not know. And I'm sure that there is something on there that would tell you what goes on. Now, I will also say that if you have a Google Home style device of any sort with like the picture and you're thinking that you're going to throw everything up there, if it is your, yeah, I see the thumbs up. He's like,
that's a good one.
Thanks. It's a good one, guys. But your task list with a business will not show. Okay. So like what I had to do was Joe wants to see like what's going on and things like that. He has to use my personal account. I had to share this type of stuff over there, but he doesn't need to see my business task list or my client task list. He just needs to see basic stuff. So if I have, what you want to do first is go in and set up a new list if you want to separate them. Otherwise, they will be all underneath my tasks. Feel free to do it underneath all of your own personal tasks.
Can I go
No.
I have a jacket.
That's great.
Can I go outside?
Ask Buddy if to ask Papa.
Okay.
So he wants to go outside, guys. Did you all see this? It's 47 degrees, and he wants to go outside. He has a lightweight jacket. Let's argue about that later. But figure out how you want to divide your information. My tasks are my personal tasks that I pretty much throw everything onto. Then I have my client tasks. My client tasks are work that I need to do for my client within the next 7 business days. From there, I have my business tasks. My business tasks are things that I am personally working on to make my business grow. Those are my money-making tasks. I probably should rename that one just for mindset issues, that these tasks will make money. The, client tasks will make reviews or whatever. But it's, it's what you put in there. That way, if you divide it up, you're not overwhelmed. So like I said at the beginning of this, last week when I came back, or whenever it was it last week that we came back from vacation? Yeah. Came back last week, totally overwhelmed. Why? Because all the projects that we were working on were pretty much finished, moved into support phase, right? So they're in support phase. Now all the ones that are new are just starting up, and we're all waking up from vacation. And so it just got to be a little bit much. So my idea was to break it down into something smaller and into something a little bit more usable for me as I was going places, as I was figuring out what I'm doing, as I was deciding how I was going to do things. All of that wonderful stuff I needed to figure out. So if this helps you all, I would really appreciate like thumbs up and all that. If you guys have any questions about this and how I have it set up, I'll be more than happy to help you out in setting this up, because it's it's really, really simple. It's simplified. It's makes everything go a lot smoother. Being able to go over here, guys, and see all these things. Now, granted, I will be going back through and taking all of these out and resending them to myself once I put the dates back in, because I didn't put the dates in for that. So, guys, if you have any questions, absolutely. Hi, Tiffany. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them for me. And if you want to talk about it, send me a message. I've got no problem with that. And I will see you all later. You guys have a wonderful day. I hope it's warmer for you. It probably isn't. Most of you are in the north. So, guys, I will see you later. Have a wonderful afternoon.